why Spotify Wrapped really works as a marketing tool. So, what actually is Spotify Wrapped? So, every year, Spotify Wrapped is a slideshow of your year of music on Spotify of data. It's a conversation starter, so you share this on social media. It's an organic marketing campaign slash tool for Spotify, and it's only on Spotify, so it's personalized by you, for you by Spotify. So features of Spotify Wrapped are your minutes listened, your songs played, top song, top five songs, minutes listened to on podcasts and different genres. So different types of genres on podcasts and songs. Top podcasts, music evolution. So music evolution is kind of like a reflection of how you've changed as a person and what you've changed listening to music wise throughout the year. So it makes you reflect on how long you've actually been using Spotify. So the few slides will be February, April, and August, the different types of genres that you've been listening to. It also quantifies the data, as you've seen with all the statistics. It's numbers, so 1,647 artists, and also gamifies and makes it into numbers of your top artists and statistics. So I was 0.5% fan and of Bits and Hits, 2,767 minutes listened to. Top five artists, and it at the end of the slideshow, there's a customized Spotify Wrapped summary. So here are your top songs, top artists, your minutes listened, and a share button. So when you click that, it will load up all the platforms that you can share it on. That you can share this slide on. And throughout the Spotify Wrapped, if you take a screenshot of any statistic or any slide, it will come up with the share button for you to share the slideshow, the screenshot of the slide. So it's clear that Spotify want you to share this with other people. Also creates a top songs playlist and stats about what have been most popular throughout the year, so that everyone can reflect on Spotify and how popular Spotify has been, and the artists and podcasts and audiobooks. So why Spotify Wrapped works? It encourages user generated content. So, as I said before, it's designed for sharing on social media. It makes it very easy for you. Anytime you take a screenshot, and at the very end, it comes up with a share thing for you to post on all the platforms. You could put it on Instagram as a story or as a post, whatever. So users post their Spotify Wrapped, they compare it. This generates a organic buzz. A big talking point about Spotify and Spotify Wrapped is like an online event, pretty much, and it makes a playlist for you so that you can reflect on the songs, your top 100 most listened to songs. It generates global attention for Spotify. So it's a huge marketing campaign, and the fact that sharing and posting on social media is free. All Spotify needs to do is make the Spotify Wrapped, and also it's using your data, so it has something to use your data for. So people post on social media, it connects people together, and Spotify Wrapped, it becomes a trending event. Online event, everyone's sharing about their top five artists. Well, that last slide of their Spotify Wrapped. So top five artists, top five songs, and minutes listened. So everyone's talking about Spotify Wrapped. It's kind of an event. And people who don't use Spotify Wrapped, so especially younger generations, this will cause FOMO, fear of missing out, So yeah, so if people are seeing that all the Spotify Wrapped stuff, and they don't use Spotify, they use another streaming platform, they might want to move over to Spotify. Um, and younger generations who don't have a music streaming platform or paid music, then they might be like, oh, this Spotify does this really cool thing. Why don't I use Spotify as well? So community building and celebration of music. It's a celebration of music and connecting with others through music, as music is obviously very emotional, very personal. Spotify brings us together. So Spotify Wrapped happens. People share it on social media and connect, engage, and start conversations about what the music they listen to, podcasts, audiobooks. The conversation starts. Spotify Wrapped is at the center of this. So Spotify at the middle, at the center of this, it builds a community around Spotify because everyone's using Spotify Wrapped and talking about um, the music, but Spotify is in the background being like, "Oh, guys, remember we are the reason that you're able to reflect on this and be able to make such a big talking point," as they reflect the data right back to you. So Spotify putting in the time to do this kind of feels like a gift, especially as it comes out around the start of December. So it's kind of like a Christmas gift. You get these feel good emotions with talking to other people about Spotify. It excuse me, it causes reflection, and so we have positive emotions towards Spotify. We're like, oh, Spotify are looking out for us. They care about us enough to make Spotify Wrapped. um, you have all these feel good emotions with talking to other people about music and podcasts, and Spotify is the middle thing connecting people and music through Spotify Wrapped. It gamifies the data. It gamifies the data. So the statistics are put in numbers, of course, and shows basically mirrors your data for Spotify throughout the year. So for me, 8,000 minutes listened to on podcasts, 46,000 listened minutes for just general music, and it shows your top five artists, top five um, songs, and minutes listened. That gamify of those three statistics are very easily shareable and comparable with other people. And it also reflects on the value of Spotify. So it shows that you've used Spotify for a long time, for over a year. And Spotify Wrapped, as I said, is like a mirror. It reflects back to you your data throughout the year and how you've changed over the year. And realizing that, oh, Spotify has been there the entire time. It shows how Spotify has been there the entire time and reflects the value of Spotify. And it's like I pay, well, in comparison to other subscriptions, quite little for Spotify, and I use it absolutely all the time. Well, for me personally, and I'm guessing millions of other people. So because of all these feel good emotions, your community, you're using Spotify all the time, and reflecting on how much you've used it shows the value of Spotify. Spotify shows the value of the app to you. You're probably not going to cancel your subscription. It makes you feel good about music and feel a sense of community with other Spotify listeners. Spotify are bringing you together, so you're just going to carry on your subscription. And it's a nice gift by Spotify around Christmas time.